Hi there everyone. It feels like an absolute age since I've done one of these videos, and I thought instead of doing a newsletter I would do a video. I feel a bit rubbish because I have not done a newsletter for the last couple of months and I haven't even done a blog and this is such an auspicious day for the work I do, so I just wanted to fire off this video and send it out to you all in case you don't follow me on Facebook, because I've plastered all over Facebook the fact that today is such an important day. Now, the reason it's such an important day is because it's the Spring Equinox, which is the changeover from winter into spring. This is the most powerfully detoxifying day of the year. It beats the other equinox in September. We need to be able to shift up a gear to be able to feel good for the spring and the summer. And what can happen is that we can, for various different reasons, might be burning the candle at both ends, might be poor diet, might be stress, might be difficult life experiences, might be the environment we're living in, etc., that through the winter, and of course with all the heating and staying indoors a lot more, it's a lot more challenging on the fluids in our systems. So coming out of winter can be a real challenge, and the 3 weeks before the equinox, so from the beginning of March, we can start to see signs that our body isn't coping that well. We might be starting to get colds or a build-up of more catarrh. We might have more aches and pains. We might have heavier periods. We might feel a lot more tired. We might even get a tummy bug. There's all sorts of things that can happen in the 3 weeks leading up to the equinox, which is showing us that the body is struggling to just try and create this shift. Now, our lymphatic systems at this time of year need to be in good shape. They mustn't be stagnant and gunky, because our lymph literally flips direction and goes the other way, and it also thins up, which also gives rise to fevers and colds and all sorts of things as the body wants to shift up a gear for spring and summer. So this is a really amazing time, and I know I'm really late giving this video to you on the day of the equinox instead of 3 weeks before. But it's such a powerful time that I really wanted to get this message out to you today, to not beat yourself up if you're not feeling great. You've still got the opportunity to shift into this lovely spring gear by using your diet as a tool, really unchallenging diet if you can, and to get enough sleep and to get time in nature and do some exercise and those kinds of healthful things. So remembering always that our bodies are about 70 to 80% fluid, definitely 80% fluid in the brain, that we mirror the planet we live on. So the planet is 80% fluid, 20% solid. So any changes in the universe, any seasonal changes, will have a direct impact on our fluids because of the tidal effect of these energetic shifts. So if we're really dehydrated and toxic and acidic, obviously that pulling effect is going to make it really uncomfortable, so we might get headaches and tiredness and sleepless nights and those kinds of things. So really using your diet as a tool to bring you back into balance, drinking plenty of water. You know how I go on and on about this. 2 litres of water a day, preferably tepid, never more than 1 litre in 1 hour. And using other fluids to benefit you as well. So things like soups, stews, broths, herbal teas are fine, but please don't count your teas and coffees as being part of the 2 litres of water a day, because they really aren't. They do the exact opposite. They're diuretic, so they push fluids out of the body and they create more stress, more acidity in the body. And then your most unchallenging diet is to follow the 16-8 rule. So to start your first meal of the day at about 11 a.m. and to finish your last meal of the day ideally before 7 p.m, but even better if you can do it by 6 p.m. I know these aren't easy to do, but even if you implement 1 or 2 of these things, you will reduce stress. And that means less inflammation and less unpleasant symptoms. And then within those hours, that 16-8 regime, you've got the 2 meals, lunchtime and dinner time around those times, and you're really choosing the gluten-free and the dairy-free, and choosing the clean proteins if you eat meat, so chicken, fish, eggs. If you're vegan or vegetarian, obviously eggs for vegetarian, and if you're vegan, obviously you will need to use your beans and pulses and fermented soya and things like that. And then you want your 50% vegetables in your diet, lots of still, you see, we're sort of doing that shift over. So we don't want to be full into raw food and having massive salads every day. But, you know, some above ground veg is good now. So, you know, you can have some salady things, leafy veg and things like that. But you can still have some of that lovely root veg, still have soups, stews and broths, warming foods in the evenings as we move that shift until it gets really warm. And then, of course, we can have the majority of our food as raw food, as long as we haven't got massive digestive problems, in which case I would still encourage you to cook your vegetables in the evenings. Is there anything else for me to tell you right now? I don't think so. I'm just about to launch a new website because I want to make it easier to navigate, much more simplified. I feel like people don't have a lot of time these days to trawl through lots of information. So the website is really going to be to the point, and hopefully really pretty and attractive and easy to navigate. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you've got any questions, you need any help navigating this equinox and the full moon. And don't forget, you know, to book in if you need your food intolerances checked, your vitamin and mineral deficiencies that you might suspect, but also if you want to do the more powerful and deep inner work around the emotions and also the physical diet. So the way I work is very unique in that I combine the work around nutrition and using diet as a tool to rebalance the system, but also creating the space to allow emotional release if that is needed, because we do all live tremendously challenging, stressful lives, and sometimes that can build up in our systems and sit like a ticking time bomb, creating all sorts of angst within us, both physically and emotionally. So do take the time for yourself. I hope you get through this equinox and full moon in a positive way. It's always a good thing, and use the universal influences to clear all of the rubbish in your system if you can. Juicing is fantastic. Any of the naturopathic techniques that I recommend, you know, these are old-fashioned nursing techniques. They are fantastic for clearing the toxic load from the body. Anything from skin brushing to Epsom salt baths to enemas to castor oil packing, you name it. So in the meantime, you know, have a lovely rest of the week ahead, and take care. Lots of love to you all. All right, bye.